Gonna get that first sip in before the first round starts. Hello, Amanda. Good old Tesh. All right. Let's see what we can do here. Z Chang Ji with 10 gifted subs. Starting things off. I'm gonna play the con. Yes, here. Bishop E2 con, eh? Well, I think it's normal to go here. They usually play A3. So something has to be said for this move. We can take there, but obviously, give up some dark squares in the process. Is that the way we want to play? Is that the way we want to play? Also go d6. He has some ideas like queen g3 and bishop h6, which I want to make sure I'm tracking properly. I might just castle. Knight back to f3. Very interesting stuff. I feel like playing h6 is quite a useful move. This move is always annoying, and for the moment I control f4. Sashika, thanks for the 10 months. Okay, h3 is also kind of chilling, so to speak. A little bit of chilling. It's not necessarily clear to me that I'm taking this knight. Like, might just go b6, bishop b7, that kind of stuff. Take now, go d6. I guess we try it. Just gonna go here and here. But, his position's easy to play. He's got double pawns, some positional deficits, but position is not difficult to play. I think we go b6, rook b8 here. Let's bring that back. I don't mind bringing it here if he moves his queen. I also want to play knight a5 now that the bishop's gone to f3. Knight a5 also threatens some bishop a4 stuff. We have a positional concept here. We can even just go here. This isn't possible. Knight a4 is also coming. We go knight a4 here. Just gonna harass him for a sec. I think I do want to maybe put a rook there. I'm probably gonna play knight a4 next. Really don't mind the really don't mind the position here. Yeah, I had to defend this once he moves the bishop out of the way. It's a very, well, not good move. Just take. That was a b4 here. Rook a3 looks like a move. Rook b2 is very annoying. e5, probably gonna do. And then bishop b5. Pieces start to say hello here. Yeah. There's rook a1, there's rook f3, there's rook b4. Everything's hanging. Start off with a win. Thanks, wee pizza. Just a wee pizza. 1 year with Prime. Welcome back to Wee Pizza. So queen d3, bishop e2, queen d3. Interesting. I mean, I suppose knight c6 is normal. And here I thought castling was good as well. Maybe on bishop g5 maybe there's even this, or like bishop takes in this. I was looking at something where I was playing queen e5 here, but also bishop e5, I can maybe just go bishop e7. Pretty much after the opening, I was just planning to even keep this bishop and go back b6, bishop e7, play like a hedgehog. JDMs. Thank you, Meta World Chess. Thank you, thank you. It's only game one. Don't get ahead of yourselves. It's only game one, but we'll take it. Z Chang G came in with the 10 subs. Had to start off with a win. d5 here I figured was a move, but I wanted a... I don't know, I wanted like an imbalance, basically. And I really like my position at this point. I think black's just better here. I should probably go for something like knight there, rook there, but I decided to go here, and then in the end, it's probably best to just go back. And queen b2 is obviously a huge blunder, but I'm about to play knight a4 and just go after this pawn. Maybe even rook here, knight a4. So seemed like a good position. Gentle Jimmy. But we're not gonna be so gentle. Grunfeld or King's Indian? What's it gonna be? C5 straight away. We have the option to include bishop b5, but I'm not sure that that's especially good. Interesting. So knight f3 takes. Maybe that's a bit of a strange position. I don't know. I think we're just going to be playing this classical position where they go bishop takes knight. Okay, bishop there first. I might have... Do I have this move? Is king f8 playable? Probably not. At least it shouldn't be. It's also this check. I mean, there's also this check. What am I saying? This check is probably better. Queen a4, queen e4, queen e7. It should be good for me. Queen a4 forces bishop d7. Then queen e4. Yeah, I mean, probably should be good to get that. Bishop d7 is the only move, and then he's definitely going to go queen e7 there. And honestly, I think we just like take it and go c4, something like that. He's really having to think here, which I find extremely odd. Was he going to resign or something? Maybe he thinks he lost a piece. I really don't know what's going on. Did he disconnect? Did I disconnect? Hello? Look, I know queen a4 was an unbelievable move. I know. I get it. I didn't think it would hit this hard. But I get it. It's a powerful one. My only saving grace, Caruana virus, is that I don't take this much time when I only have one move. I do take this much time in general, but not when I have one move. That's all I got. Freddie Patzer, thanks for the 2 years. Today with the 8-month resub. I don't think Buddy's here. Yeah, maybe he's gonna pull the handbow and move it 1 second. Oof. I tell you, even though I know that I didn't disconnect and that he actually did, still nerve-wracking when it's ticking down. I always have this fear that I'm actually the one who disconnected. We gotta get him out of here all the same. I mean, I have a good position. I do have a good position. There's... Yeah, he should be going here. And then my bishop has to go somewhere. And I thought bishop g4. Take, and then like, you know, play like that. This is pretty normal for these positions. You know, this is like standard. I think white's a bit better, but black has all the chances to win these types of positions as well. But anyway, he did bishop g4 first, which I don't think is good. Queen a4 check is correct. And then after this, I was gonna go here, thought queen e7, forced, like I have to take. King takes e7. And here, I was gonna play c4, honestly, but wasn't sure how good b5 was. So if I play bishop d3, b5, you know, his king's getting to d6 in a lot of lines. I wasn't sure. But let's say I played c4. I don't know. Like, these positions can be pretty bad for white as well. I'm gonna go bishop d3. If he gets his, like, knight to d6, or maybe if he goes here, knight c7, pawn to f6. I can see black doing really well here, so wasn't exactly sure, but you know, maybe stopping b5 is key, and then bishop d3, and either castle or king d2. I think there's still some good chances here. I have to play actively. I have to control d6. If I don't control d6, I think it'll be worse here. But if he goes and puts his king here, it's not going to be so easy for him because I'm going to have knight g5 to e4 f7 plus knight d2. And if he ever takes this, there's going to be just like tactics everywhere. So I'm actually maybe don't want to play move c4 because I might want to use it for my knight. Anyway, we didn't get very far in the game, obviously. But queen a4 check is good, and white has the advantage early on, so... Can't complain about that one. Thanks, your local foreskin bandit, 40 months. Welcome back to the local. Big blue box, 14 months with Prime. I know, I said, Elefante, we're not going to go gentle on Gentle Jimmy here. Not at all. Not much to say about that game. We just didn't get very far into it. Yeah, we only got to... we only got to bishop... Well, to queen a4 check. So, 2 out of 2. 2 out of 2. Here we go. Let's make a Discord announcement. Woo. Get more people in here. More coffee time. That's right. I'm actually terrorizing this coffee. Usually drink it pretty slow. Almost ready for the next round. Low Lancelor. The only thing about this game is that, you know, I'm not in the mood. You know, I didn't get to play a game. I'm not sweating. There's no adrenaline. Cerberus Zero, welcome. Brand new Prime sub and looking fresh as ever. Thank you, Cerberus. Roberto Mondavi, thanks for the gifted sub as well. Thank you, Roberto. Man, this is a long round, eh? I played a bullet game before Required Ransom, like in the past, and it didn't go well. I was simuling my Title Tuesday game, my bullet game. Bad luck for me. Thank you, Doug. All right. What's it gonna be? Do we get a Nimzo? Do we get Queen's Indian? Well, I'll actually play a Benoni here. If I see G3, I usually don't mind playing the Benoni. H3, eh? Do this. I guess I'll just go with this knight H5 plan. I don't know. This looks kind of fun. F5, F4 after knight G5. And usually when I say something looks kind of fun, it means it's not good. You shouldn't do it. But I'm doing it anyway. Queen B3. What's up with that move? So there's a little pressure here, which means my D6 pawn better not go anywhere. Or maybe I'm in trouble. But I was thinking F4 is on the cards. His response is certainly going to be G4. F4, G4, knight F6. Yeah, okay. So maybe do we go knight E5? If knight G5, I'm thinking F4 still. Let's try to keep making it happen. There's definitely some, exchange sack vibes in my future. Or maybe even other sacrifices. Not sure. But F4, I'm looking at that move a lot. My queen side is definitely not too hot, after A5 and the knight jumping in. I'm definitely behind on the queen side, but that's pretty much what the Benoni is all about. You never get ahead over there. And if you do, like if you get B5 in and you're actually playing over there, then it's even better. What on earth is that? What? Takes, queen h4. Already looks to me like it wins a pawn. What on earth is this? So there's no way he can take with a pawn here. He's gonna have triple pawns. I want to take one of these. I think it's more important he hangs on to the f pawn here. Like, I think you gotta do that. For better or for worse. Now, I know I can take this pawn, but I'm really considering something like this, and then just like f4. Just something wild. I think that's I think that seizes the moment a little bit. I think this is a powerful move, but let us examine. Damn. He's coming in my house here. Takes here. That was rook f6 there. Takes. Here. With rook g6 coming. Let's go for that. Queen d8, I have bishop f8. And then he's like, he's dealing with this check. f3. This is going to be check to win the queen. Bishop d6 check would be very nice. Here he wants to go there. I think we just take and go f4 and king h8. Threatening this. And also threatening bishop takes h3, which hits the queen. It's a pretty nasty tempo. I think we just do this. Hit the queen. Take f3 and mate. Just an attacking game, just all things forward. Everything for all the cylinders. I think he should have played knight e2. What'd you guys think of g5? Good morning to Mannered Monkey, and thanks Rez Baliv for the resub. 15 months. I think he should have played knight e2. First of all, I really advocate for the Benoni against g3 by white. As soon as you see g3 like this, it's like, dude, I could play Catalan, but why do I want to do that to myself? Playing the Benoni, it's a fun blitz opening, but white has some really good lines against it, and this is definitely one of the lowest tier lines that white has. So when white plays g3, you play c5, you kind of force them into Benoni. I think it's always a good feeling. Now this, as far as I know, is like, it's okay. It's not amazing for black. Maybe white has some tries with getting the knight in, but you sacrifice material, which is always like a pleasure to do in the Benoni. This is definitely just a mistake. E3 for sure. Now here I thought knight e2. I still think that I made the right decision. I would take on h3, but I think he had to play knight e2. He went here. I decided to go for it. F takes e3 was definitely the move. I think what I noticed he could do was move his king when he played bishop g2, and that was the disturbing move. So here, he checked me. Bishop f8. He should move the king. I thought it was the last chance for white to even play the game here. You got to move the king, right? Then you're threatening rook g1. Now still, I think I'm okay. Like king here, if he ever plays rook g1, he's dropping this pawn. I can hide in the corner. And I felt like at some point I'm going to take and still go f4, much like the game. So I still felt fine here, but king h2 is just the move. You got to get out of this check. But he went here, and then f3 is more or less game over. And just have to like figure out how to do it. I just thought that once I attack h3, it should be over. Ooh, apparently knight e4. It's like a godsend move here. Knight e4. Yeah, very nasty. Knight e4. Black's still better there, but definitely a resource. Definitely a resource. All right. It's going to be King's Indian. I'll play the same-ish. I have played the line for a while. I'm going to give it some airtime here. Interesting. I'll play this. A5. Let's put that guy there. He doesn't care about that move. Alpha. Because I have this and like queen d2 to greedily try to take a5. It's a bit much. It's a bit much. I will start with this though. I think I'll play queen d2 next. He has to make a weird choice here, right? Because rook a7 doesn't feel good. I'm going to go queen d2 here. But... Ooh. Knight here. Kind of tempting. There's a b2 pawn kind of loose here, but still feels interesting. Here, had my king on f2 because okay, I'm playing against this rook a little bit. Does this piece get into some trouble here? I wanted to take this knight. Let's try it. might go here and rook d3. Oh. Let's take. Ah. He definitely did a really good job outplaying me there. I also thought that what I did was incredibly accurate, but I just didn't play the right move. I was gonna go here, but I was afraid of bishop here, but actually I'm just supposed to play this. Taking is actually better than I thought. I don't know why, I just like thought my knight on b6 was so good. Knight on b6 is like just covering everything, like felt so nice, stopping this like rook. But if I take here, I mean his piece is just dead. Yeah, I'm playing a3 and the bishop's just gone. So yeah, we lost on time, but we were getting outplayed. Like that endgame's not good. I was like trying to hold it, but this is an endgame where white gets outplayed. I have nothing that I'm doing here. And unfortunately the time was a little bit too low for me to like play it accurately. Like here I'm fine. I should probably do something g4, but I knew that this concept was good. Takes here. Bishop a3 must be wrong, because after I take the knight, shame, knight c8, and yeah, his bishop's just trapped, so we just win the game there. I tried to do pretty much the same thing with king e2, but I sort of underestimated how good bishop e6 was. I just was like not even focused on his move. Okay, I was a little low on time, but still. Wasn't focused on his move. I was just like, oh yeah, my knight's great. This bishop's a little strange in there. Here I was actually going to go bishop d4. Like thought about this move. because, you know, if I get that bishop off the board, I get some position like this. I was like, okay, this is also interesting. Knight's really strong, but he has an extra pawn, and maybe I don't really want to test this. But maybe in hindsight, I should have gone for that. But shame, yeah, I had a feeling this was the right idea. Missed knight c8. Would have been good. Would have been good. But no, the way the game went, it's like, not only am I low on time, but like, this is the type of position where the point of black's play is that I'm low on time, and that, you know, it's tough to defend, and you just played it really well. Like, yeah, I should have put my rook here to go here, but hard to criticize moves at this point. Like, he's just he's like entering the position, and it's very tough to deal with. Nah, this was the move. Once bishop d3 happened, I was like, oh god. Once the bishop gets here, we're totally screwed. Yeah, this is very unpleasant. Yeah, not much to do there. But yeah, had our chance in the opening. It was a good opening. I just full committed to like this rook trap thing, and yeah, if he takes with the rook, then I guess pretty much the same thing happens. Except even the b pawn might fall, so that's why he didn't do that. Ooh. He's a good player, but we still gotta be finding moves like knight takes c8. I spent my whole opening getting my knight on b6, so I was so happy with it. Proud to keep the knight there, established. It was like trapping the rook, but then that kind of blindsided me to, obviously you take the bishop before it gets to the damn e6 square, where it's like insanely strong. Pretty bad miss. Zugsvan Ninja, thanks for the 12 months. Welcome back for the year. Clark Kent, hey, good to see you again, Clark. 5 gifted subs from Clark Kent. A lot of people with mod swords out early. Might have to beat me with one of those swords after not finding knight c8. Rather basic move. Oh, just so easy. Like, he can go here, but he's walking into a pin. And if he doesn't defend the bishop, a3 wins the piece. So simple. So simple. SFO Doug, thanks for the 9 months. Pawn Splatter, 29 months with Prime. Das ist nicht cool. Prime sub for 3 months. Estoni Play, thanks for the 4 months. And Mattis 1337. Thank you for the tier 3. Mattis for 4 years. Mattis, you're looking great with that 4-year badge. It's the little things, you know? Some days you wake up and you have a new chessbrah badge, some days you don't. Today, that happened to Mattis 1337. It's gonna be a great day. Damn. Definitely want that opening back. I mean, we were low on time in the opening, like, obviously needlessly, but I was trying to figure out what the hell's going on here. I was happy with what I ended up doing, and just missed our KO opportunity. And from Black's perspective, it probably looks so obvious. Like, Black's like, oh man, I'm totally screwed if he does this. And I do this move, and he's probably like, oh my god, what a what a fucking beginner. And he played a nice game after that. But 2 bishops and, you know, Milo on time. I think white's probably supposed to get outplayed, but he still did a really good job. My chance was early. I missed my chance, and then we just got beat later. We'll probably get Eric in here for the late Title Tuesday, Sean. Panda Pack, thanks to 26 months with Twitch Prime. Panda Pack 117. There is a break, which is why we're just chilling. Annihilate. 13 months with Prime. Welcome back. There's a few people with, I can show you guys standings here. A few people with 4 out of 4 that you might recognize. We lost that game, but we had a good chance early on. Still gave it our best, but ultimately just got outplayed. All right, we gotta try to bring it back here with a win. E2. That was a little, just like trying to get an idea what the hell's going on with these sidelines and whatnot these days. So, and I tell you, these sidelines are so annoying. Knight here, is e5 a move? Probably not. Or at least it's one we can handle. And then if knight there or bishop there, we can probably play d5. Huh. Guess he might play it like a closed Sicilian. D5 is possible. Probably play D4. I never really know what the fuck to do in these weird closed Sicilians. They're so annoying. There's so many different fucking move orders. You can go knight c3, d3. It's like, God, it's annoying. I'll play an isolated pawn position. I thought he was gonna take. If we take now, knight c3, I imagine, then maybe we're okay with that. Let's do it. As long as his bishop ends up on e4, like, I feel like he doesn't want that. I feel like he doesn't want that, right? Maybe he does. Knight f4 and queen h5. Really don't know anything about these positions. Okay. Definitely this looks right. Maybe knight d4. And bishop b2, we can probably take it. We'll see what we can do with this position. Should be a little bit better. This is not really a move yet. Definitely looking at e5 here. Bishop h3, rook d8 looks like a nice follow-up. Wow. Okay. There's this move, so I can't quite do that. Unfortunate. After queen f6, I mean, we just made a move. I really realized he was threatening something. Bishop g6. I'm gonna lose my rook here. Yeah. Wasn't really much of a game. Like, at some point in my life, I'm just gonna have to look at these. These things are just so annoying to me. I hate these, like, little... And it's not like they really bother me because I don't think I can play any, like, reasonable moves. I can play any setup, but stuff like this, like, you really should have a setup in mind that you just do every time and just kind of, like, get a good position. I mean, the position I got was fine, but I had to think about it and really, like... I really had to think about it. I couldn't just produce that. Yeah, obviously his game is not very good here. This is all nonsense, but it's really just a game that he's winning on time. But yeah, I'll probably just have to look at this at some point. Not this, but just close Sicilians in general. Like knight c3, d3, g3, knight e2. It's like, fuck, there's so many of them. They're so annoying. None of them are very, very good, but it's like a, you know, it's like a system or something. You just play closed Sicilian, avoid a bunch of theory, and there's even some really tricky lines where black has to be careful. So it's like you gotta know the tricky lines, and then either like play into them with good prep. I don't think you can play into them without having looked at it very easily, or you spend a lot of time in a blitz game, or you just avoid them, but you have to know what they are to avoid them. I have no idea what where the danger is. But it's like, you know, even playing d4 here. Like here's already something that I'm not even realizing. Like queen takes d5 is possible, and this is just not good for white. So here, d5 is just already a good move. Knight c3, I think d4 is just good. Anytime you can make your opponent waste time like that, probably should. And then if they go bishop here, then I imagine this would actually be quite similar to the game. Take on d4. I don't like d4 here. Doesn't look like the right way to play, but something like this. Yeah, it would actually be pretty much the game. I just kept thinking that that he could go knight c3. But that's not the case. Even in a position like this, I don't think this is enough work, you know? I think you need to actually look at this position now and find out how to play this position. Because getting here is not enough. Like, you gotta know what some of the plans are for black. Huh. I guess you can play d4. Like, these positions are actually fine when the knight's on e2. Knight's not great from e2. It's really unfortunate loss, I tell you. We had a win against Andreikin, and then this game was basically a write-off because of these fucking annoying closed Sicilians. Yeah, there's a Chess 960 event, Sean, as far as I know, that Eric qualified for yesterday. And I guess E4. Okay. I feel like A6 is, I mean, not a great move in this line. Hmm. Okay, that pawn feels off. Hmm. Possible to take here, go b4. I don't think that's the vibe though anymore. Go here. E5. Wow. I mean, yeah, you can go c4, but I think that clarity only helps me. Now here's a real option. Takes and takes. I don't think I'm gonna let that go. I don't think I'm gonna let that go. Just get rid of this knight. Do you want to take that right away? Probably not. Definitely a good looking position. That guy there. Yeah, taking allows this diagonal to open up. Got me feeling a little queasy. H3 after G5. A4, knight B2, so maybe I don't want to rush into that. Take it? Not sure. Yeah, rook takes A6, another like move that should just be happening. Definitely looking at rook takes A6. Just play it. Rook H3. Maybe pre-move something like that. Just to get it in there. Really unlucky. I missed the bishop c5, maybe. Although the king runs here. But yeah, unfortunately here I'm not doing much. Maybe I have to go here, but yeah, it's a really good game. But we missed some chances. Yeah, so this was my mate, but obviously we're just not finding it. I think it was really accurate. Maybe at the end. But rook takes a4 was very suspicious. I mean, white's so much better here. It's not even a discussion. But yeah, here it's just GG. I took here and then gave him all this like weird counterplay. Rook takes a6. I didn't notice here, or would have just played it immediately. Like black's dead in the water, right? Because there's no queen joining. There's no threat. But this gives him a lot. This gives him rook takes h3. Had to play f3. It's still a good move. Rook takes a6 probably still okay, but I thought that like he should have played rook takes h3 there. I didn't see the full thing, but like, how do you not play this move? So he takes it, and then he plays it, which is much worse. And I just didn't find the finish. c6, I think is just a great move, but after this, yeah, we missed the mate with queen c8, bishop c5. And then, unfortunately, I don't really, yeah, like I'm getting mated all of a sudden, so it's not like I missed anything here, just forced. That's made, and that's made, and that's made, so. Unlucky time. Unlucky time. Good game. Reliable Randy, thanks for the 16 months. Zarthus, thanks for 14 months. And Nose Knows All, 42 months. Along with Rumpelstiltskin for 8 months. Well, Bento Box, the position there probably has Force Mate in the position, right? So if you say a move and 10 other people in chat say a move and then I play my move, they're all going to lead to mate. What's the difference, right? So I mean, okay, Rook A1 instead of C6. First of all, Rook A1 looks like probably one of the worst moves, but even if this move leads to mate, this move leads to mate, this move leads to mate, that leads to mate, that leads to mate, that leads to mate. It's like everything leads to mate. Probably except your move, actually. Let's hope he's not here. Oh, oops. Jinxed it. What's it gonna be? Nimzo, okay. Well, Shifty McHacks. Again, I don't understand the question. White has a force mate there. So if you're saying, did I feel like taking a draw instead of, going for mate? No, I didn't. Like, but that should be obvious. I'll always bet on myself if I know I'm winning, I'll always bet on myself to find the win. I might not find the win, and we just witnessed it, but I think it's a awful mentality, not even bet on yourself to find the win. There's just no belief at all. But there doesn't have to be forced mate, right, Shifty? If you know you're better, much better, then you should play for the win, right? Just a general thing. Takes here. What happens? What happens here? Now, maybe if it's a tournament or something, you're low on time, like, OTB tournament, and you think you're a little bit better, like slightly better, yeah, maybe you take a draw because the time means something in chess, of course. But I don't think I would take a draw if I thought I was much better. A little bit better, sure, but I'm better to the degree that I thought I was here. Low T. And just bad habit. Bad habits. Bishop E3 looks pretty much forced. I feel like stopping that move is like necessary. But, this move's also a target. guess king h8. Queen g5, queen h3 didn't look right. I believe we are losing our queen here. Not much to do about that. Yeah, knight f6s. Just mate. I actually meant to play rook h8 there, but I kind of forgot my planned move. This move's actually not so good because of rook h8, but I sort of forgot that I was going to play that. It's now knight here, and not great. But here knight f6 is just mate. Anyway, wasn't very focused on this game. I don't even know what this opening is. I had never played this before. So, definitely was having too many conversations with the chat about last game. The opening went by in a blur. I don't know what this was. d5, I mean, yeah, it's like playable for black, but it's definitely not great. White's just much better here. I don't know what this opening is. I don't know what this is. Definitely not good. The only good news is that was round 7. So we can win the next round and go into the break on a win, which is very rare. Meanwhile, Wonderful Time is on 6 out of 6. He's absolutely destroying this tournament. I guess black goes bishop e6 and rook there. Okay, yeah, this is tricky as well. Could go king e4, yeah. Maybe draw, because this is totally covered. Not sure he wants a draw, though. This, I think you can just take and go bishop there. Will be a draw anyway. A draw. All right, so they're on 6.5. Are there any games left? I think that might have been it. That was the last game. Quick round. Very quick round. Man, I really hate the just reflecting on the tournament. Like, where did it go wrong? Close Sicilian. It's such an annoying opening. Or maybe system is a better way to put it, because there's a bunch of ways you can play the close Sicilian. Wonder why the next round's not starting. All the games are done from what I can see. Refresh. Oh, the games just weren't loading. Okay. I was gonna say, that was a quick round. Thanks for the prime, cheesy. All these games are done though, aren't they? You know, white sometimes gets mated in these positions. King here, and that's force mate. Yeah. I've seen this before. Oh my god, what? Mate in one, bro. I've seen that mate happen a ton of times. I don't know why. It's just like some weird thing with queen and extra pawn. Checkmate's like very common. Sure thing, Shorgio. For you, brah. This is easily one of my, not one of, maybe like my worst title Tuesday ever. And I think I'm playing really well, actually. So it's unusual. A castle. Usually black goes here. We'll go knight d2. Takes, queen takes, I think is easiest. And maybe we'll just play this game with some kind of like just c5, b4 idea. Okay. Takes, he's got to take here. But maybe we can do pawn takes and then c4 again. We'll go bishop c7, almost for sure. Is there any trick like this? Is bishop g6, so probably not. And if we take and go d5, he'll play c5, d6. Trying to imbalance things. Trying my best. There's also just knight g5. But then after bishop there, what's the move? That's the million-dollar question. Knight g5, bishop g6. Do we have anything? Not that I can see. So maybe we have to go for this d5 thing. It's not really that special, like... I don't like that move either. Annoying! Do we keep the pieces on the board? It's just that's such a nice diagonal. I think I have to take this. think I'm a bit better. C5, well, we gotta play D6. This move. I guess I didn't really consider this move too deeply. 94. Might have chosen a different square for my pieces. Because surprisingly, after this, the knight's just solid on that square. I think we're gonna have to take, and go rook d1. I don't think he can go rook there because the a7 pawn. I'm threatening that, and he also needs a rook to guard this. So I do think I'm slightly better, but not obvious. Because the knight's really strong. He'll probably go queen c7, or at least I think he should. Covers everything, gets out of this, covers that. That is without a doubt the best move. I feel like I gotta take with the pawn to do anything here. To create anything. Don't like that I can't play king e2. Very, very disturbing. I have to play this move. GG. Should definitely be winning. No question about that. Technique wasn't so bad. You know, it's a little scary when the pawn's running up the board, but that's usually how you have to win the game. Here, we definitely had a better way to just like get this pawn, but we didn't do it so convincingly. Still pretty good, honestly. Like, of course he blundered his rook here, but the point is he's not going to be able to keep like his pawn forever. It might take me 20 moves or something, but I'll win it. And for the most part, I can probably ignore it as well. But anyway, it should eventually get down to queen and rook, which is going to be winning. The rook hang helps. Of course it helps. No question about it. Saves me some time, some helpful moves there. But yeah, I think this should definitely be a winning endgame. Yeah, basically eventually you need to like use your king. If you don't use your king, then I'm not sure what happens here. I can go take this pawn, but I don't think it's necessary. Well, that was our game before round 8, or that was our round 8 game before the break, rather. So, actually winning before the break. Yay. It cost us losing like 3 games in a row, but we did it. I'll take a KO for that, sure. Why didn't I take the pawns earlier? Well, I mean, I can go and grab this pawn, but like to me it's not even clear that that's the best move in every case. There are definitely some positions where like if it's taking me a while to win, or like technique wise, I know that this pawn isn't going to become a queen or anything. Him trying to hang on to that pawn might actually make him lose the game faster. And maybe if my technique's not great and it's getting close to 50 moves, then it's nice that there's a pawn on the board so that number one, if he moves it, the counter resets. And I can also take it and the counter resets. So sometimes it's nice to just leave a meaningless pawn on the board. I can go take it whenever. Just like an insurance policy. It's never gonna... Queen against rook is still going to be winning the exact same way as it is normally, whether there's a pawn there or not. And let's say that I'm like struggling with it, then okay, maybe I can go take the pawn. Plus, I think there is something about like him, like for example, why did he lose the game? This is a great example. Why did he lose the game? It's because he had a pawn on the board and he played rook here trying to defend it. So this is actually like a perfect demonstration of what I'm talking about. The pawn is meaningless to black, like, and to me, honestly, like it doesn't do anything. But because it's on the board, he's like trying to defend it. He plays rook e6, he loses the game. So, there you go. I don't think this Swiss Gambit is ever going to bring me to the top of the table. This is one of those Swiss Gambits, Spencer, where you just stay at the bottom. Like I'm giving a Swiss Gambit every round. Gene Chess for 20 months with Prime. Thank you very much, dude. And then, pretty sure someone told me how to pronounce this name once, but you kids and your fucking number usernames. M4253Y. Just gonna have to call you like, Meaty. Looks like a meaty name. Just gonna go with Meaty. That's your new name. Yeah, we're going with Meaty. Welcome back, Meaty. Big meaty resub for 10 months. Not a bridge that you would cross, right, Jason? Giorgio, remember this was you know, we have to remember where we started. The London, right, George? Got us a win. Woo. Well, Andreykin is in first place, and we had a win against him on the board. RIP. RIP us. What's up, Pen MC? I feel like you've changed your Twitch username color. You're hitting different in the chat right now. Yeah, we don't just remember our subscribers. We remember username changes. Remember where you're from, what color you type in, everything. Hello to Big Azizi. We have another break right now. I'm demoralized after losing, what, 3, maybe 4 games in a row? I guess it was just 3. No, it was 4. Yeah, it was 4. I knew it felt like a lot. But we had a win against Andreykin, and then these fucking close Sicilians, and then, I don't know. Every game has been really good, though. I haven't been too upset with any position I've gotten out of the opening, except maybe like last game, like before this one. But I wasn't really paying attention to that game at all. Ended up playing some weird Nimzo. Hey Hudson or R Hudson. I'm no, I'm not planning on doing any trips in the near future. All right, playing Attila Turzo. More close Sicilians for the boys. Little green friend, thanks for the 23 months, and it will be another close Sicilian. This move exists in a lot of lines, which is nice to have. Let's go here. Just adding pressure to the e-pawn. Definitely going to get h6 in. e5 really looks like a good one here. Getting the rook off the diagonal. Maybe supporting b4. I think this bishop wants to get to e6. Okay, knight's coming to g4, and if we take, it's going to be pawn takes, which you don't always want to allow. Okay, let's get the bishop out. Yeah, so I don't think we want to take that. I think we'll go here. And if knight f5, knight g8. Protect that pawn and intend g6. Yeah, he's definitely playing in a way that like he really is looking for trades. And I don't think I want to give them. So I am going to move this knight here. I'm going to do this anyway. And we've got great control of this square. He's kind of been doing some weird moves over here, so I feel like the rest of the board is in my favor. Bishop h6, knight here. Can even try for f5 in some lines, but that's not going to be a priority for me just yet. Ooh, bishop h5. Okay. Takes, knight h6, let's say. I guess knight g4. That was a... There's takes king g7 as well. I mean, at some point in these positions, like you just gotta like take and see what happens type of thing. Unfortunately, I think this gets in trouble, but didn't really have anything that I saw in whatever that was, 30 seconds. You know, unfortunately, I can't take with the bishop, which was my intention. Yeah, this gets mated the same way, actually. Bishop h6 is just mate. I was going to take here, but it's the same thing. Bishop h6. And I was like, oh, I guess I can play king here. I didn't really notice this. Bishop h7. Didn't actually notice that. Maybe this is playable. Still looks really bad. But, yeah, this is the mate. It's like pretty much the same thing when I played queen here. Just got mated in the same way. You know. Anyhow, this was actually the same opening, more or less the same opening that I played in, what was it? Mayflower, one of the only OTB tournaments I played recently. Exact same thing, and yeah, I think black is already just much better here. So I was happy with the opening, but I definitely underestimated bishop takes h5. So h5 and g6 is probably a little unnecessary. Like, I can just continue. on the other side of the board. Knight a5, for example. But this is ambitious because bishop h5 looks good. Like it just looks like it's what all white's pieces are doing. They all like flow naturally. And it's just unnecessary to give white anything like that because black's basically in control of the game here. White doesn't have d4 and there's no f4, d4 coming. There's no breaks coming for white, so just a really really good position. So this is what I mean. I've had some Title Tuesdays where I play some like just god awful chess, slow and not even good. And then I have Title Tuesdays like this where I feel like every game I'm like pretty happy with the opening, which is rare for me because my openings are really bad. But I've been happy with the opening almost every game this tournament. And then you just lose every game. So which one would you rather? Would you rather like in your head play good chess but not get any, like maybe have your worst score ever? Or would you rather play some suspicious chess, maybe some dirty flags, maybe like just get lucky, I don't know, all that, and then get a great score or a good score? Neither of them feel good, I'll be honest. Neither of them feel quite right. But that's how I feel right now. Pretty happy with my chess, but nothing to show for it. No results, still a bit slow. Nothing. And we started so well, it's like we just finished off that game against Andreikin, totally different tournament. We just win the piece that he offered to us. But we didn't. Now he's like first place in the whole tournament. Like totally different result. And then, you know, we've just been playing NMs, CNs, like 2400s. Ever since then, it's been brutal. I think this is what getting old is like. Like, wait, I'm better in every position, but I'm still losing. It's because I'm old. 25, 26 months from the ultimate patzer. What's up, Andy's Yoda? I think it's the same setup we've always had. But I won't be shy to take a compliment. All right, I'll play the same line we played earlier. Here, b5. Interesting. Castling b5 looks wrong. Looks wrong, for lack of a better word. Well, we're not having a good tournament, so time to play moves like this. G4. E5 is a surprising retort. It makes some sense though. Yeah, I mean, g4 felt fun to play, but e5 feels unfun in response. So c6 takes and takes, probably. And queen f4 is kind of a threat, ish. His knight takes d5 there. Probably got to do this, but like, yeah, the whole thing's a little sketch. Don't really see. I don't really see the good stuff. But we're gonna keep making stuff up here. Oh, I thought I had g7, but I don't. Thought I had g7 there. Not at all the case. Like, I thought once his rook was there, I was like, oh, g7, g8, something like that. Not a move. Yeah, g4 I think was like fine, but e5 looked like a good response. Good response. I don't think it was maybe the best move, but it looked like really annoying. Maybe it was the best move. I felt like the best practical move. I liked it for him. Because there's not really a way that I can keep everything on the board. I still feel like this was a good spot for me, but I missed stuff here. Okay, interesting. Yeah. G7 was winning. That's about it. Had to find G7, otherwise the position is just lost. Yeah, G7's a nice move. G7. Interesting. Justifies the whole thing, eh? Yeah, like I said, I gave up on this tournament a while ago. Try to have some fun here. Unfortunately, E5 was a great response. It still worked a little bit, but I didn't do it in the right way at all. Looks like everything wins here. Nasty. Wonderful Time is killing this tournament. 8.5 out of 10. Oh my god. What move is that? Can you believe that? Oh my goodness. Wow. Oh my god. And these guys had 8 points. That was for first place, or for a share of first place. Like the person who won the game now is in first place. Jeez. That is pure pain. Oh my god, maiden one. Maiden one. A lot of maiden ones today. Only one more round here. That will be a draw. And this is the last game. Chess Fan NM. Who's this? No idea who that is. Roman Gigachad. All right, last game, I think, right? Yeah, last game. Let us end this misery. G3, I would play that again. Really steep games? He's born in 1982. I have no idea who that is. Okay, I take. Then I take here. This is usually a really bad structure to have. D5 is like for sure equal, but a little bit not interesting. But I don't think there's any way to really make this position too interesting at the moment. Probably a bunch of trades. Very normal for white to do that. Knight f3 doesn't look correct. But again, I'm kind of apprehensive of playing d5 because it just looks too symmetrical. So I will elect to play a little bit more boring. Just to keep pieces on the board. Definitely queen on b7 looks right. This knight can move. d4, then we'll go and queen here. h6, nice small move to get in. d5. Okay, knight c6 incoming, I guess. We could definitely sack on c6 for a decent position. I think it's principled actually not to do so. But it splits, why not? Why not? Maybe we want to play this one for a win. I think we do, so I don't think we take any kind of draw that comes after that. D2 is also a nice move. Knight on e5 does a good job. Realistically, the knight should be quite good here. And then d5, b5, everything gets protected. This pawn's protected, this, everything is going to be covered. And I think it's definitely right to keep the rooks on the board here. Ooh. A disappointing event. A disappointing one. Played well, but no results. That's the thing. For me, I feel like a little okay. I feel kind of good. But that's not what this business is. No one gives a fuck if I'm playing good chess. People care if I'm winning games. And we weren't able to win any games. Look at this. 4 in a row and then another loss as well. Yeah, 4 in a row and then 2 more. It's like, yeah. Definitely these two losses, we were like pretty checked out of the tournament at that point. But, you know, this one, big chance to win against the guy who's probably going to win the tournament. Close Sicilian fuckery. Don't remember what happened here, but oh yeah. Great games all around. Not a great game here, but man, I really just, you know, eventually the losses got the better of me. But we played really okay. Problem is that doesn't really matter. I've had better performances when I've played worse. So, unlucky. GG's, it looks like they're gonna share first place. How's Buddy doing here? Should be a draw. An 83? Oh, interesting. Feels like Black is making some kind of weird progress here. Should be a draw now. That is a long time. Gotta be at 50 moves. Yeah, I think he's defended it now. There he is. Yeah, like I said, probably it's got to be close, but I think it's probably my worst Title Tuesday ever. You know, 5 points, but okay. To be fair, we were kind of checked out near the end, just trolling around, but still. Simster4444, thanks for the prime for 4 months. That's a lot of fours. Minlay got shared first place, which is very nice. Oh, I realized he actually got first. You know, they're still going to split the money, but he actually got first because of 0.75 tiebreaks. So he was behind on tiebreaks, and then somehow they all flipped around on Andrejkin, who came second. So 3 people tied for first with 9.5 points, but wonderful time, Andrejkin and Alexander Lenderman.